All right, injury front. Jordan Hicks will be day to day with that elbow. Ethan Posick will be day to day with that ankle, and MJ Emerson cleared concussion protocol. So updates from last night. Obviously, like we talked about last night, disappointed. You know, you pour so much into it to go get those wins week to week, and so you're disappointed when you don't get the results you want. But our guys have the right attitude; they got the right mindset that we got to fix it together. So that's what we're going to do, and that's what meetings today were all about. But with that, I'll take any questions.
All right, first question will go to Daryl.
Yeah, Kevin, you guys start off so strong in these games over the first 4 weeks. What's happening after that opening drive, that opening scripted drive? Why aren't you guys able to kind of recapture that rhythm? And it's obviously especially late in these games.
Yeah, it's something we need to get better at. Certainly, you watch the tape of yesterday's game, and as you're watching it, I can't say it. I give them credit. Obviously, the Raiders give them credit, but it's not like something changed from drive one to drive two or drive three. It really is about us and making sure that we're on top of what we're doing. The game, the scripted portion of that. I mean, really, your scripted plays typically take you into the second quarter. So it's something that we just have to take a long, hard look of finding a way to score points, whether it's, I don't care when it is in the drive. It's just we got to go find a way to score more points.
And I know after the game you addressed the Deshaun interaction there with DeWand after the missed blocking assignment, but just specifically about DeWand, last year he looked like he was an all-pro when he stepped in there, and it just early in the season here, it looks like he's really struggling. What's happening there is he healthy? Does he need help on that side of the line? Just we've seen a couple of those plays that Deshaun got upset about here in the first 4 weeks, and I'm just wondering what's going on with him.
Yeah, he can play better. We expect him to play better. Obviously, health is a big portion of all this for all of our guys. So I'm not going to tell you he's 100%, but he can certainly play better.
All right, next we'll go to Scott.
Hey, Kevin, I had a couple questions about that last sequence. How do you weigh trying to take all the time off the clock versus keeping those three timeouts so you might have a second chance at it if you get stopped down there?
You said specifically, Scott, when we got for like the last four plays per se?
Well, when you took the timeout before fourth down, if you had kept that timeout, then you could have maybe stopped them and got one more possession. So how do you kind of weigh, you know what I'm saying, scoring late versus keeping that?
Yeah, no, I understand the question. Certainly things you think about, but in that moment, you want to make sure you give your guys the best play for that play. Felt good about that. I also think it's so important that you give your guys an opportunity to go score a touchdown, regardless of how much time is left on the clock, because our defense is ready to take the field really whenever.
And then when you went back and watched it, what did you see on that final fourth down?
Yeah, not good enough. We can be better. We can be better I mean, better across the board. But we can be better.
Thanks.
All right, next we're going to Mary Kay.
Following up on that a little bit, I've watched that play over a few different times.
So have
Uh,
I. Okay.
and just trying to figure out, because of the situation, I mean, should Deshaun have tried to, when the play kind of broke down, should he have tried to get it to Jordan Akins in the end zone, or did he just not have time to do that because of pocket clip?
Yeah, listen, that play we did not execute exactly how we should on that play. Obviously, the quarterback understands it's a fourth down play, so you want to give somebody a chance. He did not have the opportunity going to his left. Protection, we can be better in protection. We can be better. We can be more precise in our routes. All those things contribute to that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, next we go to Jeff.
Kevin, it's Monday, I know, but with Nick Chubb, what are your plans for him this week?
Yeah, I expect him to practice Wednesday.
And then great. So then how is he developing? Do you think there's a chance, if not this week, then against the Eagles he could play?
Yeah, I'm not going to get too far down the road on that, Jeff, other than to say, like I've told you guys all, uh, you know, all year and last year some. He's working very hard. Natural progression is for him to start practicing. He's ready to do that, and then we'll see how he goes from there. But really not focused much farther past Wednesday.
Thank you.
All right, next we go to Cam.
Kevin, I know we've asked you a lot about what the offensive identity of this team is and how you guys can find it. Early on through the first four games, with what you've seen, what's the foundation? Like, what is good enough for you guys to build on to find that offensive identity?
I think the big thing, Cam, is when you're a 1-3 football team, you're not playing well enough in any area. So we need to focus on just playing better offense, defense, special teams. And I understand the question because we need to score more points than we're scoring right now. So we need to make sure that we're giving our guys an opportunity to execute the game plan, whatever it may be, run or pass, and just play a clean football game, take care of the rock, score some points. But that's our focus, less so outlining what we believe the identity to be. We just have to go play clean football.
All right, next we'll go back to Scott.
Kevin, a couple quick injury things. David Njoku, could he play this week?
We'll see. I do expect him to practice at some point this week, and then we'll make that determination.
And any update on your tackles?
No
Jared
update.
and Jack?
Yeah, no update. Both guys are getting close. We'll see. I think Wednesday, Thursday will be a better gauge.
And then with the protection, did you think it was better, or what was your, I guess, assessment of it based on the Giants game, how poor it was? Did you think it got better yesterday?
Yeah, it certainly got better. There are things we can be better, but I think you saw when Deshaun had time, there were some moments that he had a lot of time, and then was able to find people down the field, find openings. I thought Deshaun did a nice job of moving forward in the pocket, making plays with his feet. So certainly better, but we're always looking to improve.
Thanks.
All right, next we'll go back to Daryl.
Yeah, Kevin, a lot of guys over these first 4 weeks have talked about how they need to get on the same page, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Um, uh, uh, it sounds like it's more than just, player speak just to answer a question or whatever. Um, you know, ha why is that, considering all the work you guys do in the off season and training camp, and obviously during the week with preparation, you get to game day and guys aren't on the same page, and just how do you fix that?
Yeah, I think being on the same page is important for offense, defense, special teams, every play, and that just is the mode, Daryl, of doing your job. We don't need anybody to press and do something outside of who they are. We just need guys to focus on their job and do their job, play in and play out. Specifically to being on the same page, I think that just comes with these guys working very hard together throughout the week, walk through, practice, those type of things.
And after, falling to 1-3, I know you guys take this 1 week at a time here, and you don't take time to look at the big picture, but just all these issues that have cropped up here early, from penalties, missed blocks, missed tackles, and things like that. The little details seem to kind of expand into game-changing moments for you. So just from your standpoint and your coaching staff, what can you guys do to maybe try and prevent these little things from becoming big things that could potentially just derail the season?
Yeah, as you can imagine, Daryl, our focus is on playing good football this week. You mentioned the little things, and you're right. Little things do become the big thing. We've talked about that a lot. So we focus in this building on things that we can control, things that we can get better at. And I think that's the mindset. That's a winning mindset that we have, where we're going to get together and find a way to fix it. Uh, Outside of that focus, there's not much more for us to really be thinking about.
All right, next we'll go back to Mary Kay.
Yeah, Kevin, when you rewatched the film, do you feel like perhaps maybe Deshaun played one of his better games here, even though it was a loss, just in terms of the pass to Amari that was deflected, the touchdown pass that was called back? I mean, it seemed like he fought through a lot of adversity and made some of the best plays he has this season.
Yeah, I thought he played well, American. I think you're right. There were plays on there. He played on schedule. He played off schedule with some really good plays. We have to play good football from 11 guys in order to have success on the football field. We as coaches have to put our guys in position, and we got to go make plays. And not, I don't want to over or understate that, but with the quarterback, obviously seeing it clearly, holding up protection, making good decisions with the football. That's how you start to play, winning football.
Thank you.
All right, next we go to Kelsey.
Kevin, to go back to Nick for a second, when you talk to him, just kind of as he's ramped up and is in getting ready to practice on Wednesday, how excited was he? Just kind of thinking about this journey that he's been on with injury and progression and everything, and just I know he doesn't show a lot of emotion, but just how excited was he if he showed anything?
You don't get much from Nick. Very workmanlike. It's the next step for him. I've seen him in this building very early in the morning. Has a I meant has an attitude that he's just punching the clock, trying to get ready whenever he is ready. But not a ton of emotion from Nick.
Thank you.
All right, next we go to Ashley.
Hey Kevin, just after watching everything back yet from yesterday defensively and some of the run defense issues, like what stood out about early in particular, what they were doing and how much of an issue was it with the Raiders getting outside and making plays that way?
Yeah, and I think Jim will hit this when you guys talk to Jim, but obviously run game and run defense is all about doing your job with physicality, being sound in your run fits, and when you're out of a gap and you allow somebody to get through a gap, that now you're onto the safety. So we can play way better. We have played way better. I expect us to play way better versus the run. Again, I give credit to that team, but to the Raiders. But in this case, we really got to keep the focus on us and what we can do to improve.
Thanks.
All right, and last one, back to Scott.
Kevin, Naheem Hines, is he ready to practice yet
Yeah, I anticipate him practicing pretty soon here as well.
this week?
Should, but
Okay.
we'll find out Wednesday.
Okay. And then the Alex Wright roughing the passer, he didn't think it was a good call. I was wondering what you thought.
Yeah, we contact the head or neck area of the quarterbacks forcibly. It's going to be called. Our guys understand that. Unfortunately, in the last two ball games, we've had that penalty. It's been costly to us, so it'll be continued to be coached, and we have to lower our target area when you're approaching these quarterbacks.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.